Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got most of our powder coat back for the ATC250R. We are going to try and get a majority of the chassis back together and maybe get this thing in roller form. Probably going to be a lot of time lapse today, guys, because I want to get some stuff done. So not a lot of opportunity for narrating. But if you see something that you want some more detail on, or you have some questions, drop it in the comments. I'll try and answer what I can and maybe put some more detailed videos up. So let's get after it. All right, guys, I know I said we were gonna do a lot of time lapse today, but I wanted to take a second to just get in here and take a look at this fresh powder coat and how good this turned out. I am super stoked on this. A local guy did it for me, and we ended up picking prismatic color called Red Wheel. I think it's not the same as the original red, but it matches up really well with the Meyer red plastics. So that's what we decided to go with. All right, guys, I know I said today was mostly going to be time lapse and sped up, but I just want to take a sec to show you how nice our rear shock turned out for just an at-home garage rebuild job. Let's get it on the bike. in the comments. I think it's kind of cool. I'm kind of bummed out that somebody put the Oregon tag over the California tag. I think it would be super cool to see last time it was registered in the state of California. We might try and peel the 2 Oregon ones off and see what's underneath it. But hit me up, let me know. Should I peel everything off, do a nice repaint on it, or should we keep the vintage California tag on there? I'm gonna try and drill out the Meyer fenders and put the trunk piece on it just because I think it's kind of cool. I don't know if it'll work, and we might end up with just some holes in our brand new fenders, but I think it's worth a shot. So drop down in the comments, let me know what you think, guys. Okay, guys, we did manage to get the Oregon stickers off. Unfortunately, they were all kind of stuck together, and we did some damage to the old California tag on it. But the best I can tell is the last time it was set to expire was in June of 1985, which is pretty cool. So I think that we will leave that on there. All right, guys, I'm working on bleeding the front brakes. So right now we're just letting it gravity feed. I was pumping it, and you can tell we are getting some circulation because our really nice clean brake fluid has now got a bunch of junk in it from the old caliper. I've got the bleeder open. I'm still not getting anything out, just letting it gravity feed. So I'm gonna do some pumping on it and see if we can get it to break loose. So all I'm doing is pumping up till I feel some pressure and then loosening off my bleeder. And I will do that until I get a nice, consistent, steady stream of brake fluid. And we're going to push out all the old junky fluid until we start getting some clearer stuff. It's important to close your bleeder before you release your brake handle, or you're just going to suck air back into the system. Keep an eye on your reservoir while you're doing this. If your reservoir runs dry, you'll have to start all over again. So we do have a light brake handle right now. It's not great, so we're going to bleed it a little bit more. Now my reservoir is getting low, so I'll top that back off. Our brake fluid's looking cleaner. And our brake handle feels really good and firm. All right, guys, I'm gonna put the brake reservoir cap back on. Very important, brake fluid is super corrosive. It will eat through paint, anodize wheels, anything if you give it enough time. So I'm gonna get some simple green out and we'll wipe everything down. Sorry about the wind, guys, but I wanted to roll it out into the sun so you could get a good look at it. Now, I'm pumped, guys. I'm over the moon that this is at least in roller form. We got way more done in the last 2 days than I thought we would. Really, most of it has been just me after work, but could not be happier with how this is going. We have a pretty big gap right here, and I think that's from the factory seat cover drying out and shrinking and pulling this up. I did just get an email that the new foam and cover shipped, so we'll get that reshaped and get that on. Obviously, we're missing a pretty big chunk right here, so that will be next week's project. Get the engine rebuilt, new crank bearings, new top end, new piston, and carburetor reeds, all the goodies that go with it. It's a rider, guys. It's not going to a show. I'm building it to ride it. I grew up riding on the tank of this bike with my dad, and I want to scuff it up. I want to get it dirty. I want to have fun. So that's the way that it is what it is. Is it going to Trike Fest? No. Is it going to SEMA? No. It's just going to be a really fun bike. Do I wish we still had the factory metal tank? Absolutely. But I think this one has its perks. It's bigger, so I can ride longer. It's going to last forever. It has a nicer style gas cap. It has a nicer style petcock. The shade of red is a little bit off, but once we get some decals on it, I really think it's going to be super hard to tell. So next week, guys, starting on the motor, so tune in for that. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. That's how we keep doing this stuff, guys. I mean, regardless, I'm going to keep building two strokes, but if you guys want to see it, then subscribe to the channel so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following along. I hope you can hear the excitement in my voice. I cannot wait to get this thing going. All right, guys, take care.